Give it to me.
In the 80s.
Fucking love the 80s, motherfucker.
I'm always in the 80s. As long as they are 18.
They gotta be 18, baby. They gotta be over the age.
I'm always in the 80s. 80s.
Yeah, call the police.
And I will throw down, knock your lights out, throw
down. Hey guys, welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm gonna throw down on your mother. I got a lot of fucking questions tonight, like what the fuck is a pansexual? I can't even, I don't know what's going on. See, you used to be able to ask a question like that, like legitimately. You used to be able to ask a question like, what's a pansexual, right? And if you ask the question, someone would be like, oh, well that's when this happens or that happens. But nowadays, if you say, what the fuck's a pansexual? Well, you get called some kind of bigot or something. Like you're supposed to know all these fucking different things. Yeah, you know what I said to some 20-year-old cunt on Twitter earlier tonight? She goes, you don't know what a pansexual is? And I said, oh yeah? Yeah? Well, do you know what cornholing your grundle is? And she responded with some sarcastic thing. And then you know what I said was, hey, you insensitive bitch. That just happens to be the way that I get off sexually. And you're offending me. And I thought this was a safe space. But you're a fucking whore. Now, I'm probably going to get banned on Twitter for that. But you know what? In the end, eventually in the next coming year, she's going to realize in college that the only way for her to have sex is to scissor with some fat dyke in the fucking room across the hall from her, because man, I'll tell you what, she was as homely as a cow's asshole in the moonlight, this fucking four-eyed whore. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Poor little sweet thing, misguided moron. If only she knew how open and inclusive I really was. That's the funny thing is, I get called all these names. Legitimately, I'm like the most open person here, dude. I'll take a cock in the mouth to feed my family, bro, all right? I'm not afraid of shit. There's lots of other guys that'd be like, I wouldn't suck a dick for anything. Fuck it, I'll take a cock. I don't give a shit. You give me money? I'm a whore. What the fuck am I going to criticize? I'm not going to criticize nobody, man. I'm into living, living your life how you want to live it, man. Live your life how you want to. I'm a fucking hippie, kind of, but I'm also a dickhead. You know what I mean? I'm a hippie to a certain extent, right? I'm down with, like, do what you want, man, and whatever feels good or whatever. You know, to a certain extent. But, you know, hippies used to be cool because they used to just sit, you know, they would fucking sit at a tree and lock themselves into a tree and be like, oh, we're not going nowhere if you cut this tree down. You know, but now it's turned into, like, people, like, do that in the street, right? On, like, the highway, they fucking sit in the middle of the road. But it's like, well, hey, dick fuck. You know, people are trying to get to the hospital who might be, I don't know, dying! You know, maybe you should get out of the road with your big, fat, chunky ass. And, you know, a lot of those people say, like, oh, you know, fucking, well, this is just like they did in the 70s. No, They didn't do that in the 70s. If they did, I hope they got run over too. But you know what? In the 70s, man, you know, like someone wasn't going to die. A baby wasn't going to die in an ambulance because some dude was tied himself to a tree. Okay? Not a big deal. But anyway, I'm in a fucking mood. But so here's the thing. What was last week's episode? Oh, last week's? Okay, so here's the thing. Here's how I'm going to prove that I'm sort of like... I told you, I don't like stupidity on any side, right? Last week we made fun of that fucking pink-haired woman. Now, by the way, that being said, we may have some listeners right now who are female who have pink hair. I don't fucking have a problem with you. You could be a lesbian with pink hair. We love you. You know, don't think that I'm fucking saying that I don't like lesbians with pink hair or something like that. I love lesbians. I really love lesbians. I love lesbians more than my... Well, no, I like my dick better. But I like lesbians. And I have a lot of lesbian friends and shit. And I like them. But that pink-haired bitch last week, it had nothing to do with her being a lesbian or anything like that. It was just, well, you know, she had pink hair, you're going to make fun of her. You know what I mean? She could have been anybody. Anybody who's an idiot, you're going to make fun of them if they have pink hair. All right? If they had a nose ring in their eye, you're going to make fun of that. If they had a fucking Jimi Hendrix t-shirt, you know, you'd make fun of that. I'd probably say, hey, you know, she's probably... I don't know. It just the idea to make fun of a woman with pink hair and Jimi Hendrix to me is really funny. I don't know why. It makes no goddamn sense. Yeah, lesbians do. Some lesbians love me. That's not true. We have lesbian listeners. I'm not kidding. We have lesbian listeners. So the lady last week, it has nothing to do with that. The point is, she was a dumb SJW fucking moron, and we made fun of her. But this week, dude, we're gonna make fun of this fucking dumb dickhead who well, there's a lot of things we're going to talk about tonight, but this guy, what the fuck with this guy? I guess he, like, flipped out on Spanish people, or people who were speaking Spanish. Well, fuck with me amigos, homie. La familia, motherfucker.
And you shouldn't be allowed. Because I will be following up. And my guess is...
This guy goes, I'll be following up.
Like he is. Every person I listen to, he's spoken, she's...
By the way, this guy kind of looks a little bit Hispanic, by the way. It's really weird. Look at all the Hispanic people behind him just like, what the fuck? I mean, obviously, I would assume this is either a Spanish-speaking area, and if it's not, then the workers are Spanish. And yeah, if they're speaking to each other, I can understand how if workers, it is, like, start speaking to each other in Spanish. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, what are they talking about me? You know? But it doesn't sound like he ever says anything like that. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt because we haven't seen what happened before this video started rolling. But this guy seems like a piece of shit. You know, one of the things that I always thought, here's how I perceived America forever. My whole life I perceived America kind of like a microcosm. And I know that there's people in America, you know, we don't like the global agenda, the globalist agenda, right? But there is a part of America that I always thought was kind of global, right? Because we sort of say anybody can come to America, and we like take everybody's culture, right? We want to take everyone's culture and roll it into ours, you know what I mean? Like, I thought that was the whole point. Like, come on, Irish people, bring your culture. Come on, Italian people, bring your culture. Come on, you know, whoever, bring your culture. Wherever you are, wherever you're from, come on over here, bring some of your culture. It's all cool. We're going to mix it into one, and we're going to all live under the same umbrella. And the whole thing I thought that was cool always about America was, hey, you might have some areas where it's like Chinese speaking, you know, there's Chinese influence, and then there's all kinds of stuff, you know, Hispanic and Spanish and Mexican and Italian areas, Irish areas, whatever, right? Just so happens that Irish and Italian, well, especially Irish, you know, speak English. You know, Italians had to come over, and many people have already been here, so they speak English now. But originally, when the Italians came over, you know, the fucking, those people's parents and shit, they didn't speak English really, you know? So, you know, I don't know. And if you speak two languages, maybe you want to speak Spanish. I don't fucking know, you know? But this guy freaks the fuck out, and I think he's kind of a cunt.
It's America.
This guy goes, it's America. Dude, in America, does this guy not know? Listen, you cannot like that people are speaking English, right? You can say, you know, you should be more polite or something, fine. If you want to think that that's an opinion, that's okay, I get it. But to say, like, they should be speaking Spanish, no, the whole point of America is They can speak Spanish or English or whatever they want to speak, you know? And if they're dickheads to you and they're speaking Spanish to you, I don't think they were speaking Spanish to him, by the way. They were just speaking it to themselves, and he was like, that's it, I'm hearing too much Spanish. I guess. I don't know the full story, but it seems like that.
He's very ignorant.
That's fucked up.
He's very ignorant. And he shouldn't be allowed.
I will be following up. And my guess is they're not documented. So
My gut says they're not documented. Like, he's freaking out. Maybe not. Maybe not. So, I don't know.
next call is to ICE to have each one of them kicked out of my country. If they have the balls to come here and live off of my money, I pay for their welfare. I pay for their ability to be here. The least they can do.
Aren't they at work right now? What is he talking about? I pay for their welfare. You think they're on well, I guess he does have a point, I guess. Like, some people who are working illegally could be getting welfare and then working illegally, but I doubt these people in here are working illegally. But you never know, I guess. But why is he, to make a scene in front of everybody and point at them when he doesn't know? You don't know that. And to do that publicly is fucking weird.
The least they can do is speak English.
The least they could do is speak English.
If you intend on running a place in Midtown Manhattan, your staff should be speaking English, not Spanish.
Because of people like you, our nation.
Honey, I'm calling ICE.
Call ICE.
Honey, I'm calling ICE. What a cunt. Fuck you, dickhead. Yo, I'm calling the fucking faggot police on you then. How about that?
Maybe you shouldn't eat that sandwich today. Take a break from the food.
Maybe you should get
Then he insults her.
hit by the car, you piece of shit.
That tells you how, like, fucking just mean this guy is. Because, like, for him, now I'm going to insult your weight. Like, he's looking for all these... It's like, I could see... Like, if some dude insulted me in Spanish, and I heard it, because I can hear many things in Spanish, I would say, yo, man, you want to fucking insult me in English next time, bitch? Like, and then we'd have ourselves a talk. Or maybe I would say, hey, you want to keep speaking another language around me? Are you guys talking shit about me or something? At least let me defend my fucking self. But to sit there being like, I'm going to call ICE, and this is America, and all this other shit, like, what the fuck? You fucking wacko.
To customers when they should be speaking English.
Let's see what he says here. Maybe this gives more light on it.
Clients at your staff is speaking Spanish to customers when they should be speaking English.
Oh, okay. So he is saying they're speaking Spanish to customers. Are the customers speaking Spanish back to them, or? I don't know. See, I don't know. It's just normally, like, if I went into this place, I'm a normal human being, right? So if I go into this place and someone's like, hola, like, fucking whatever the fuck, I don't know what they'd ask him for. And then he just was like, oh, I mean, I'd probably be like, yo, what's up? Fucking buenos dias. You speak English? Because I don't speak Spanish. You know what I mean? Habla español? No habla español. Muy mal. Like, something, I'm really bad at that. Can you speak English? Like, and then if they go, oh, I'm sorry, sir, yes. Maybe because he even looks like, he kind of looks a little Hispanic, right? So, and now we don't know the whole story. We'd have to, like, interview this guy and the people there, right? We don't know the whole story. He kind of looks like he got a little bit of a Latin flair to him, doesn't he? Now, I know he's a cunt, but he kind of has a little bit of a Latin flair. I don't know, like, this guy behind him looks white for sure. This girl she's a little tanned, like she might be a mix of Hispanic and something else. But he kind of has a little bit of a flair to him, and it might be Italian, but I mean, he just, whatever. So maybe they have a lot of Spanish-speaking customers. Maybe this guy walked up, and the Spanish person assumed his nationality or whatever, assumed his fucking race or assumed his language, which is so funny, right? That perhaps the Spanish speaker assumed he spoke Spanish and then started speaking Spanish, or maybe it was someone else they spoke Spanish to. I don't know. We don't really know. I don't think it certainly didn't warrant all the craziness that this guy went into. But I don't know, man. What to go that far? I mean, it'd be disappointing for me it'd be disappointing if I went into this place and nobody spoke English to me. Like, and they kept speaking Spanish, and I was like, I don't speak Spanish. But if you went into, like, Chinatown, right? And you went to a Chinese restaurant, and I, like, rolled up to the bar, and I was like, hey, can I get whatever? And then they started speaking Chinese, like, and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, and like, do you speak English? And they were like, no. They were like, they just looked at me, you know, and I realized, oh shit, this Chinese restaurant doesn't speak English. You know, I'm not gonna waltz around the fucking place being like, I want to see fucking goddamn fucking passports right now. You know what I mean? Like, I would just be like, oh fuck. You know what I mean? This is a Chinese place, and they don't speak English, goddammit, and I would have walked out. Or I would have pointed to the menu, or something. You know what I mean? That would have been me. Like, hey. Because, again, America to me is kind of like the whole world, but in our country. You know what I mean? Like, we kind of bring in everybody. And now we're American, and we have American values, but American values doesn't mean just a white guy with a fucking musket, you know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck, like, and nothing else, you know? It's supposed to mean everything and whatever. I get his frustration if everybody there is speaking Spanish, and he's like, what the fuck? Because, you know, it would kind of suck. Like, hey, I might call the manager and say, hey, dude, like, I want to shop here and shit, but... And I mean, I'm in New York in America, and nobody here speaks English. I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, kind of like it. Like, how am I ever gonna order something? You know, I just wanted to tell you that I wanted to order something today, but I don't know what to do because no one speaks English. You know, you could say that, but to walk around being like, I will call ICE on you.
I mean, sometimes they do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the manager, I believe, just said yes. Sometimes they do. So sometimes they do speak Spanish, I believe, is what he's saying. Yes, sometimes they speak Spanish to whatever. And this guy's just losing his fucking mind. This guy's a cunt. You know what? Just fuck this guy. It's not even a debate anymore. Just fuck this guy. You even got white people in the background who are just like, what the fuck is going on with this guy, you know? By the way, he looks like fucking Gumby's gay lover.
Every person I listen to. He spoke it, she's speaking it.
He spoke it, they spoke it, he's speaking it.
It's America.
It's America. Yeah, it's America. It's the second language. You fucking dummy. Look at this white guy. He's like, oh man, am I gonna have to do something?
He's very ignorant.
It's fucked up.
He's very ignorant.
This is called a rich piece of shit dickhead who's just trying to fucking boss people around. This guy just lost like a stock or fucking something. You know what I mean? Or maybe not even. Maybe he's a fucking, for all we know, he's like a manager of a Wendy's. You know? I don't fuck. Who knows? Thank God they didn't write white guy in the title, though, you know? Now, normally I'm against all this shit. Like, I'm sick of people, oh, SJWs, oh, the white guy flips out. But it's like, this guy's just a fucking dickhead.
If they have the balls to come here and live off of my money...
No, they're living off this guy's money. This guy's fucking paying them, isn't he? I can't get over it, man. I get what he's saying, though. He has a little point. But to assume all these people are doing this stuff and just ranting about it is fucking insane to me. And I will take phone calls in a minute, guys. I do see some of the calls coming in now, guys. What is up, everybody? So anyway, I'm done with that rant about that. We'll move on to the next thing. I probably spent too much time on it, but I just thought that guy was... I hate bullies. I think he's a bully. 5/17. It's May 17, 2018. By the way, if anybody feels like testing it out. By the way, I called the guy a homo because I have a feeling he's scared of gay people, if that makes any sense. I know it's weird, right? Like, I actually call straight men derogatory terms for gay people because, to me, I think that they would be mad at being called that because they're so afraid of gay people. So I enjoy calling this guy gay slurs, even though he's probably a straight guy. That's my psychology there. There's a new $33 donation. Now, I know it's a little bit, but it's a new donation. If anybody wants to test it, it is active, I believe. Hopefully it works. It should work. And it will be active tomorrow night for Monetize This. But it is active now. Should anybody want to fuck around with it, just putting it out there. I see Coop the Comedian has already chimed in. And Drew. In fact, you know what? Let's play those and let's see what's up. First of all, why didn't that fucking pop up? What the fuck was that? Oh, it's Coop the Comedian, man. What's up, Coop? What did he say? Why you gotta say Patriots suck, Coop? What the fuck? Why, Coop? Hey, Joe, just showing my support and shout out to everyone in the chat. Patriots suck. God damn it, Coop. They made it to the Super Bowl, you fuck. You Canadian fuck. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Coop. Thanks for the $3, man. By the way, great new stuff on your Patreon there. I liked it the other day. Good stuff. Coop is a great comedian, man. Go to check him out, especially if you're in Canada. Get up over to see a Coop show. Go check him out on social media. And go see him, man. I love that song. Kiss me. Gatekeeper Drew says at least this guy wasn't flinging shit at people. That's true. Wasn't that in Canada too? Some crazy bitch who worked there. Well, I guess they say that the I found out that the Starbucks employees can't use the bathroom. Did you know this? The goddamn Starbucks employees aren't allowed to use the bathroom. So I'm actually happy the person shit all over the floor. This girl. Fuck them. You're not going to allow your employees to go to the bathroom at work? Isn't that like against some kind of law? Or do they have their own private bathrooms or something? Like what? Somebody tell me where I'm wrong with this story. Because if customers can use the bathroom, but employees can't use the bathroom, where the fuck do the employees go to the bathroom? That just seems ridiculous to me. And insane. But, so the fact that she just started pooing all over the floor, fuck it. I'm glad that she pooed it. That she pooted. Yeah, last week we made fun of that stupid pink-haired idiot that said that you have to ask babies before you change their nappy. What an idiot. And she was in Australia, too, man. I'm worried about you Australians. You guys are starting to get really... You get a lot of SJWs over there. You know? Quite a bit of them. Quite a bit of them over there. Unbelievable. But listen to this. We got to talk about something else. And I know like it's funny because last week was like we went really hard on the fucking SJWs last week. And this week, you know, I'm going after the blue-collar dickhead guy or white-collar, whatever he is, who is making fun of all our fucking Spanish-speaking friends. And, by the way, like, he's kind of a fucking... Aren't like, fuck, if they're Mexican, fucking Mexicans aren't like, they're like the hardest working people. He's like, oh, you're living off this shit. I mean, listen, there is no doubt that there are many, and you guys are going to think I'm going full liberal in this episode, but let me tell you, last week we went after the SJWs. People called me right-wing dickhead. Now this week, people are going to call me liberal dickhead. But you know what? There's a lot of Spanish-speaking people who work really hard. And yes, it's true. Many people, some undocumented, some maybe on welfare and working at the same time and things like that. But you know what? There's a ton of fucking white people doing the same thing. In fact, I don't know if there's more. You have to look up the statistics. But I know that when I was in South Boston for years, around every goddamn corner, everybody was scamming the shit. Everybody was working under the table and collecting a welfare check and collecting. So like the mother would collect welfare or something else. The father would be separated. They'd collect welfare and collect other shit. They'd collect unemployment. They'd collect food stamps. And I mean, these are white people. It's the same thing. I mean, anybody that does it is not right. You know, it's all not right. No matter who's doing it. You know, but everybody abuses the system. Everybody does, man. If it's there to be taken advantage of, people will take advantage of it. That's why the government has to regulate it better. They've got to do a better job. I don't think that this guy should be out there screaming at these people. And first of all, he doesn't even know if they are or not. He's just saying this, which is wrong. It would be like if, a black guy walked into like a fucking gun shop and was like, you white people, and just flipped out on everybody and assumed, or anybody came into a gun shop and started assuming shit about people who happened to have guns, you know, that they were bad. And like, hey, these are responsible gun owners. They've had guns for 30 years. They don't shoot anybody. But you're coming in here flipping out about gun use and gun owners and screaming at them about all the deaths everywhere. And it's like, well, these people didn't do anything. If you want to yell at somebody, yell at the government about it. Same thing with this guy. You know, there was stuff that there was some benefits that I got years ago, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I got benefits and I was like, damn, this is a lot of shit that they're giving me. I mean, you know, when you don't have a job and you're not disabled, right? I wasn't disabled. It was just I didn't have a job at the time, you know, for 6 months. And the fact that they gave me so much, it was like, wow, I'm getting like way more than I need. But this is cool because you take it, right? Of course you're gonna say yes, you know. And when you have kids and a family, like you're scared, so you're like, I'll take it whatever I can. Oh my God, I need help. Yes, but even during it, you know, there was a part of me that was like, this is kind of fucked up. You know, and like maybe if they cut my shit in half, you know, they could feed 3 other families or something, or 1 other family for every person that they took some away. You know, if they did this a little bit better. You know, because I don't really have an excuse for being out of work other than I'm looking for another job, you know, things like that. So I was happy to have the help, and I was scared to, what am I going to say? Hey, can you take some of this back? No, you're going to take it. So, people are fucked up. People are fucked up everywhere. Man, I just jizzed in my pants. Oh. Tommy steals wheelchairs from the disabled, says the Punisher guy. What the fuck? Oh, man, that's messed up. He might, for all we know. He might. But so anyway, so you guys are going to... So now we're going to go to a hero. This guy's a fucking hero, guys. This guy's a fucking hero. I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm talking about the guy on the right, by the way. Not Dwayne Wade. But, oh, Dwayne Wade might be a hero to some people. But I'm talking about James Shaw. We talked about this guy weeks ago. This is the guy that stopped the gunman at the Waffle House. There's been so much talk about Waffle Houses, but this was the best story. This guy stopped a fucking guy from shooting people. As he went to reload or something, James attacked the dude and whatever. So this guy's a fucking hero. And I was going to say not enough people talking about him, but I guess he was on the Ellen show, and President Trump did call him. Now he did say like, oh, it was a little brief and everything. You know, it was like surprisingly brief, a little like whatever. I think he was a little disappointed by it, by the way. But still, dude, the president called you, man. That's pretty fucking awesome. The fucking president called you. It's pretty badass. But I will say, if I was I was so impressed with this guy. If I was Donald Trump, and listen, I'm not trying to criticize him because he did call him. All the people on the right are going to be like, oh, it's never enough. It's always something. But I'm just telling you, if I was the president, I would have invited this guy to the White House. I would have been like, dude, I want to meet you. Please fly him to the White House. You know? And if I was Donald Trump, I would even say, hey, listen, man. Like, have you ever thought about doing something different? And I guess he's having problems at AT&T because a GoFundMe was set up for him, and he's getting a bunch of money through the GoFundMe, right? Which, damn right. You know, this guy saved people's lives. People should get rewarded for this. I do wonder, there's a cynical side of me that wonders, like, what if a white guy saved everybody? Would anybody give a shit? I don't know. Somebody find me some stories where other people save people. What happened there with those people? Did anybody know about it? Did this guy's story just pick up because of all the Waffle House stories? Like, why did this guy's story pick up? But whatever the case is, anytime I'm the president and I hear about somebody saving people's lives, like this guy did, it was just an ordinary guy too, not like a fucking like, you know, not a cop even, not anything like that. Just an ordinary dude was like, I'm gonna stop this guy. I'm inviting this guy to the White House. And in Trump, I'd be like, you know what, bro? You know, I'd get my son on the phone and be like, find something for this guy to do with his skills. Because we're hiring this guy. I don't give a fuck what it is. Customer service of the Hilton. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck. Figure it out. But he's getting a GoFundMe. I think it's up to $300,000. I don't know. I don't know what it's at or what it was at. But he said insurance problems were happening at AT&T. So, like, they're worried he goes into someone's house and they're like, oh, and they sue him because of the money. I don't know. And then I guess his favorite basketball player was D Wade, so he came out on the Ellen show and everything. He didn't come out of the closet like Ellen, but he came out that was pretty cool. I'm not a big basketball guy, but that was cool. I get it. That was fun. So that guy's a fucking hero. And but can you imagine somebody being like Obama calling somebody and being like, hey, you did a really good job and we're really proud of you and you're just a great American and I'm so proud of what you did. And then the guy the next day going on the news and being like, yeah, he called me. It was really good, really cool, everything. It was a little short, that he spoke with me a little short, Dude, what the fuck do you want? What do you want? Oh, man. So, but at the same time, I'm a weird person, right, guys? Because at the same time, if I was the president, I would have invited him to the White House. And I want to hang out with this guy. I want to show America what happens when you're a fucking good citizen. I want to show people, the GoFundMe is kind of showing them, but, I want people to realize, you know what I mean? We reward heroes. We reward this man for what he did. And I want every other American to see what this guy did, because that will inspire everybody else to want to do the same. And that's why I would have invited him to the White House. So even though I think it was a little weird that he criticized Trump when Trump called him, I also, if I was the president, would have done a lot more than Trump did. So, by the way, the guy's really nice, well-spoken. He's a nice guy, all right? He's not like the two guys. Well, I don't even know. Those guys are all right. I was going to say the Starbucks guys, but they were okay. They went through a fucking weird ordeal. But no, this guy was pretty nice. And he's just crazy, man. I love it. Give me some more fucking stories where people are saving people and jumping gunmen. That's what I want to see. I'm sick of everybody getting shot up by these guys. And you know what? I'm getting sick of shooters. And granted, many times, if you're in a situation, you may have to run, you may have to hide, but I'll tell you what, I don't know about you guys, but I'm at the point with this mass shooter with shootings shit that I'm starting to get pissed off. I'm starting to get really pissed off. I don't know how I'll react if I was ever in this situation, but I would become really pissed off that someone was attempting to ruin my day or take the lives of people or scare anybody. I would become enraged, and I don't know what I would do. Now, I have kids, so part of me would want to, just, get away and be home for your kids. But there's another part of me that would just be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm tired of this. I'm going to take this guy's fucking gun out of his hand and beat him over the head with it and shoot him in the dick. And, you may never get that, depending on where you are in the situation, you may not have that opportunity whatsoever. But if it ever came up, man, wouldn't it be great? Because if people started running at the gunman more often, or being a little bit smarter, okay, he's going to reload now, and a couple people ran at the person, and then everybody just beat the shit out of him. I'd like to see that on the news. How about that? Some lady hiding in a coat rack at the mall while some guy's shooting up shit, and then he has to reload, then two of the people in there fucking harpoon him with a fucking coat hanger, and they start just raping and fucking him up in the face and cutting his eyeballs out and fucking stepping on his head, and that makes the evening news. Mass shooter attempted to open fire at Kmart today. However, when he went to reload, two of the victims attacked him, and that's when they started ripping his eyeballs out. Then they ripped off his dick and beat him over the head with it. Why a man with a 10-inch penis was this angry, we'll never know. Yeah, so that would be I think people are starting to get to that point finally, maybe. Because that's the point I'm at. Enough of this shit. Enough of me going to the movie theater wondering if someone's going to come in, or wondering if the doors are open, or being nervous. Enough with walking around in the city and every once in a while taking a look around to make sure a car's not going to run me the fuck over, or a bomb's not going to go off somewhere. Fuck that shit. I swear to God. Give me the right positioning, bro. I will fucking cut you to pieces. Because I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of people being scared and shit going wrong everywhere. So that's why I would bring the guy to the White House. Because think of how cool it would have been, too. Because Trump could have given one of his crazy speeches, too. With the guy standing next to him. You know what I mean? We're not afraid of you. Like, we will act. Americans will act. And you will suffer. Like, imagine Trump being like, you will suffer. Like, that'd be great. If Trump just said it, if you fuck around, you'll suffer. Hey, Mark, what's up?
What's up, Joe? How you doing?
I'm in rare form. How you doing?
Let me lower my TV for a minute. There you go.
All right.
I don't want to harp on this too much, but I wanted to just give my take on that fucktard in New York that was talking about the people with about speaking Spanish and whatnot.
Yeah.
What is it? That's just your typical, because I used to work in Midtown Manhattan for 2.5 years, and
right.
That's just your typical rich asshole coming from Lower Manhattan or wherever he's coming from, because he doesn't like the nationality of somebody or doesn't like them. You only can speak English. It's like that rich part of the New York where you can only speak English, and if you have money, you're considered entitled or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, he came in there. He was all offended that they weren't speaking his language and whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. Also wanted to mention, Joe, I don't know if you want it on the show. I'll make it brief, but I know you mentioned those tweets, the whole depression thing when I keep your head up, Joe. You know that. So because I always respond to them. I don't know if you always. Yeah,
no, I see that, man. Yeah, thank you, man. I'll be okay. I'm like fucking. I'm like mini Moro Ronaldo. I'm not as bad as Moro, but I'm fucking dude. I saw that thing and I was like, man. I'm so glad they released that because it's like, and there's a lot of people out there like that, but I think he's a little more extreme than most of us. But it's like, yeah, man, I feel like you're two different people all the time. I'm trying to do something, the next minute I want to punch my head through a wall. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'll be all right. I'm just a fucking bitch. All right, I love you, Mark. Good shit, man.
Have a good night, Joe. I'll talk to you later.
You too, man. It's like I don't like to cry baby, but sometimes I cry, baby. It happens. Joe for president and first wife, Leah, she saved a black baby. Oh, yeah, she did save a black baby. That's right. I forgot about that. How the hell did you remember that? Remember that, Leah? You saved a black baby. That was amazing. I actually, I saved one a couple weeks ago. No, it wasn't a black baby though. It was a white kid, I think. Yeah, it was a white kid. I was at my kid's school, and there's where the doors are. There's a hill, and it rolls down towards the fencing. And this lady had her multiple kids, and she left. She didn't realize her stroller got away, and it started rolling and getting faster and faster and faster. And I'm always on the other side of the fence waiting for Gavin. And the thing was already 15 feet away from her when she realized it was gone. But I had already seen it developing. So I already started moving towards the fence, and then when it was about to, it was going to crash into the fence. Now, as a baby, so it was kind of freaky. So I leaped over the fence, and of course, the top of the fence has those little things that stick up, so I'm like, ugh! But I stuck my fingertips out and stopped it and, accepted it instead of it smashing the thing. Baby probably would have been fine if it smashed into it, but you never know, so I made like a fucking MLB fucking home run rob. I robbed the home run. It's pretty good. So, yay me. But it wasn't a black baby like Leah. Yeah, I don't see nobody care. Yeah, you really saved that thing though, because wasn't she dropping on the floor, and there was it's like the grocery store, so it's like the floor is like rock.
I wasn't paying attention to the kid in the stroller.
The baby.
The cart thing or whatever.
Oh, you're right. And you caught him, right? She didn't give a shit. You caught her baby and she didn't care? Yeah. That's the weirdest thing. You caught their baby. They probably just were in shock.
She just turned around and went back to bringing up her stuff.
Like, oh, thanks for that. All right, back to this. Yeah. That's so weird, man. That kid's probably dead now, actually. If that's the way things went. 773, what's up?
Shit, I'm drunk as fuck right now.
Fuck yeah, I like that. Wait till tomorrow.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna get fucked in my ass by Tommy.
Well, yeah, don't. Well, he'll never admit that, but off the air, you can arrange something.
How about Ken? That motherfucker's fat as fuck.
Well, then why are you gonna get fucked in the ass by him? Oh man, when calls that are supposed to be funny just don't go funny.
You fucking fag.
Oh man. Ah. I love everybody, man. So many races, so many colors, so many languages. Why? I just love everybody. But you know what? I don't give a fuck about anything else. Oh. What the fuck is this? Yeah, so anyway, so that James Shaw, you know, got to talk to the president for a second. That was cool. And he's a hero. I hadn't really heard that much about him. I wish I heard more about him just based on, you know, what I saw. Gonna stab your daughter at the mall. That's always in my head. What the fuck was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, so we're talking about the Solo movie, right? So Han Solo's coming out, and somebody wrote an article that Lando Calrissian is a pansexual. Yeah, the writer confirmed it, I guess. What the fuck is a pansexual, I said on Twitter. And of course I got attacked for that, because how dare I not know what a pansexual is? Pansexual, transvestisexual. And listen, these fucking idiots. I don't care if somebody's a pansexual or a fucking... I don't care if somebody puts their dick in a tree. Okay? But don't get mad at me because I don't understand it. Because it's I hate to tell you, it's not very normal. But I accept it. Okay? And I guess it's just bisexual is what they're saying. Alexa, what's pansexual mean?
Pansexual is usually defined as a person who participates in or is open to sexual activities of many kinds.
Oh. Wow. Well, fucking sounds like we get along then. I mean, who gives a shit? If it's got a hole, fuck it. You know my motto, if it's got a hole, fuck it. As long as it says it's okay, you know. Don't Brock Turner something. Although, if you do, you know, if your thrills are going Bill Cosby on somebody, well, don't worry because you'll get out of jail in fucking 3 months. As long as daddy has a bank account and your kid looks like a fucking doughy deer. Doe-eyed deer is what I meant to say. How did that guy get 3 months? It still drives me nuts. I went crazy on Patreon about this. By the way, if you haven't been on Patreon, Hate Man is up. It's just a little reintroduction into Hate Man. It's not a very good one, but it's pretty good. Go listen to it. Michael Keaton sucked his face like 70 times during a commencement speech the other day. Fucking grossest thing ever. It's like every I would say 8 seconds, he licks his lips. He's like, so I want you guys to go out in the world and you're gonna know when you're out in the world that it's fucking nasty, man. He's fucking licking his lips. You'll see it in the Hate Man video. It's only a minute and a half. By the way, Vimeo took an hour and a half to process the video. A less than 2 minute video took an hour and a half to process. Yet a Vimeo rep is constantly emailing me every fucking day. Hey, can you get Vimeo? Why don't you get Vimeo Pro? Why don't you get Vimeo Pro? It's just $700 a year. You know? I'm paying $7 a year for the 5 gigabyte storage and most of the perks I need. And this motherfucking dumbass Vimeo took an hour and a half to upload a minute and a half video. Get the fuck out of here. And by the way, there's no faster processing speed. It doesn't, you don't pay $30 a month and it goes up and, oh, render videos faster. No, that's the rendering speed. Okay? Vimeo, what the fuck is wrong with you? $800 a year? And it's even more, I think it's like a $1,500 if you want to get the live streaming Vimeo. It's like, eat my dick hole. If you ever, dude, talk about, because there was a time when I was thinking about it. At one point, because of the whatever, and not the $700 one, but I was thinking about the $200 one a year. You know, oh, maybe I drop $200, have all the Vimeo access, have all the perks in the Vimeo, and that will be set up on Patreon, and we can do that. But, you know, I'm really tight for money right now. I don't fucking have much. So I'm like, I'm not going to do it, I don't think. And I said, nah, I'm not going to do it. I can't do it right now, but maybe sooner in the future at some point. We'll see what happens. Maybe I can get it. And then that sealed the deal for me today. Like your upload, and this has happened before on 10-minute videos, but a 2-minute video took an hour and a half to upload. Eat shit and die. What is wrong with your website? What is wrong with that website? I even tweeted them too. I tweeted them multiple times, and they didn't say anything back. They didn't say sorry for the processing time or whatever else. So they can piss off. I will never pay for that. I just can't believe that a company that charges you $7 for the basic Vimeo and then charges you like $50 for the next one or whatever it is, and then eventually really to go live and everything else $800 a year is going to take an hour to process a 2-minute video, or almost 2 hours to process a 2-minute video. They're on drugs. Major drugs. But anyway, there's a new $33 donation, guys. It will be active tomorrow. Joe, 30 a year, 60 for life. What's up, Marvin? What? How you doing, man? So tomorrow night we'll be monetized this at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Morning Madnesses, so many Morning Madness up on Patreon. You guys can download all of them if you want to become a patron. I highly recommend you become a patron to get all the bonus content always uploaded, plus to get notified that I'm live. A lot of you guys told me that the videos didn't notify you today. And I even looked at my own feed. I'm subbed to myself on my other channel. I didn't get the notification, and it's not even in the sub box. My video for Nikki Bella earlier, it's not even in the sub box for me. Now, I know 60% of you probably got it, but what the fuck? That's So Rando Show. Thank you for pledging $5 a month on Patreon. You get Corrupted Podcast in download form and the live stream and the pre-show and post-show. And you get the Q&As, the polls, and you also get Morning Madness, and you also get Hate Man. So enjoy that. $5 a month. 30 hours of content a month. Cheeseburger went from $1 to $5 because of Jimmy Buffett, I assume. And Joe Brashear's at $5. And special thanks to Scott McKinnon, who went all the way up to 25 because he's a beast. You take Brain Force, Don Duke. What's up, Brain Force? Fuck that. I don't sell shit over here like that. People just, you know what I mean? Instead of buying Brain Force, just throw me $5 on there and you'll be good. Yeah, YouTube ain't sending shit out to anybody, man. I've been seeing it. I've been noticing it. Just make sure you're always checking the channels manually. Make sure you're a patron. Make sure you follow me on all the social medias, and that way you will get an alert that I am live, that I'm doing stuff. Otherwise, you're fucked.
How long do you think it takes them to correct Star Wars? Think it will ever get to a point where the movies are anticipated again? I'm to a point where I can wait until they come to Blu-ray, and I love the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, Brandon Hagman, what's up, man? How you doing? Thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum here on Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm not gonna. I don't enjoy them. I'm not going to see Solo. I'm not going to see it, and it's not because Lando Calrissian might be a pansexual. Which, by the way, even if they just suggest that he's a pansexual at all, I don't like that. It was never introduced in the original character. So don't introduce it now. That's the problem. If you want to have a pansexual character, fine. For whatever the fuck reason, fine. But don't make Lando Calrissian a guy that people have assumptions about for the last 40 years now is suddenly a pan-fucking-sexual. Now, if he fucks a dog, I'll see the movie. No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, that's weird. It's weird. It's shocking to fans. It would be like if Lando Calrissian was secretly white and ripped off his face and actually he can change faces. Like, that wouldn't be good either. Nothing, no weird surprises about a character 40 years later do we need to know. That's the problem. I'm not seeing it. I think the guy playing Han Solo is a fucking idiot. And I think Lando Calrissian is awesome. He looks great. But now he's a pansexual. Which I don't care. It's just so funny. It's just, yeah, why do you have to do that? Why? Just leave him alone. You've already got your SJW Star Wars Episode 8. Where every female is amazing and every male is an idiot. And whatever. And you got Rose. Jesus. So I'm done with Star Wars. I'm all done. I'm out. See you later. I'm a bigger Star Trek fan, too. Star Trek is ruined kind of, too. They've ruined everything. They ruined Ninja Turtles. They ruined Transformers. They ruined fucking Star Trek. They ruined Star Wars now. They ruined Ghostbusters. They ruined Ninja Turtles. What else can they ruin? It's just like WWE. Dude, it's exactly like WWE. It's literally exactly like it. Original Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters and Star Wars and Star Trek. That was NXT. And now they're getting the call up to the main roster, and they go to shit. Same thing. It's legitimately the same thing. You bring someone up like Bayley and Sasha, and you go, why? Why are they doing this to them? Why? They were so good. And it's the same argument almost. It's fucking hilarious. Hey, listen, we got him on the phone. It's aliens.
Extraterrestrials.
Scott McKinnon's on the phone. What's up, Scott?
What up, dude? Fuck it, man. What's a little more money on my long distance bill? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I never found your name blocked. I couldn't find it because my Skype froze.
It's all good, dude. It's all good.
It's all good, man. I'll just send you $10. Well,
I'm drinking a drink right now.
Oh, really? What are you drinking?
Well, I made my own drink, man. It's called creme de la cake.
Oh, creme de la cake. Now that could mean that you're eating your own jism.
Well, it tastes like jism. It's got the texture of cum. I went to the liquor store, and I got a bottle of Bailey's, something called I'm Bananas Over You. It's like a liqueur. And I'm mixing it with, thanks to Filthy, the fucking Monster Java energy drinks, man. Now, you can get 3 different flavors of the Monster energy drinks. You can get mochaccino. I think it's caramel cappuccino or some shit, and then Java. And these things are fucking awesome, bro. I know you're a big Killcliff guy, but these things are fucking deadly.
No, I'd be into those. I'd try those out.
Yeah, it's fucking sexy, man. It tastes like a pansexual to me.
It tastes like a pansexual. Yeah, dude, I'm going to be doing Cobra Kai review over the weekend, guys, because I couldn't sync up with Troy. And we're going to talk about it probably tomorrow or Saturday or some shit like that. So we're going to get the review out because, I mean, we all love it. I've been finished with it for over a week now, so... But we got to talk Cobra Kai soon. I just don't want to do it when people aren't ready, you know. But yeah, go see Cobra Kai. Watch all 10 episodes. It's awesome. Even if you never saw Karate Kid, I think it's pretty good. What's up, Scott?
I gotta check this shit out. No, I gotta check that shit out, man. Because I loved Karate Kid growing up. But the only problem I have is, are you telling me that it's a YouTube Red exclusive? Like I can't get it anywhere else, or what?
Yeah, it's a YouTube Red exclusive. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I mean the one good thing is, you know, you don't have ads anymore. You get to play in the background. You can download videos. Now you get Cobra Kai, and also when you watch my videos, I get paid more. I guess maybe. So
how does that work anyway?
Well, they take the watch time that you have. They take the top 10 most watched people you're subscribed to, and they divide up to $12.99. So YouTube probably gets 30% of it all, and then they divide the rest of it up between the people you watched. So if you watch 7 channels, and whoever is the most watched channel will get the most of that money. It's weird. It's kind of
crazy. So you did like all the algorithms, and you got to figure it out that you would actually make more on that.
Yeah. So like, let's say you watched like 20 people and you were subscribed to 20 people on YouTube. You could end up giving me, 8 cents a month, or you could give me fucking, 50 cents a month. So. But if most people watch me in the top 5, it's too much math actually when it comes down to it. But basically right now, YouTube Red, even though only 15% of my subscribers are YouTube Red people, about 80% of my subscribers don't have YouTube Red. But last month, YouTube Red made me more money than Google ad revenue, because that's how bad the ad revenue is.
I had YouTube Red like probably 3 years ago, but I had it by like mistake. I just all of a sudden had it one day. I don't know what I did online. I didn't pay for it or anything. So it must have been free at one point because I had it for a little bit. I just don't know how the fuck I had it.
Well,
but I did.
There were a lot of times where they were like letting people like giving it to you for free. You didn't even know it, like for 3 months, and like I got YouTube Red for like I think a year for free. Because I was a certain level creator, and they like just gave it. So I loved it, and then they started charging me, and I was like, all right, whatever. Because I like it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I love it, dude. Because I'm busy. I'm busy, man. I'm clicking on my YouTube videos, and I'm rolling through videos, and I don't have time for all the commercials and stuff. If I was casually watching stuff, it'd be cool. But a lot of times I'm looking up stuff for the show and things. So
what I can't stand is when fucking YouTubers put on, because you got the option to choose whether you can skip the ad or not. I hate it when people fucking choose the unskip the ad part, because sometimes you're going to get an ad in there that's fucking 2 minutes long, man. Like, what the fuck?
I sometimes do that, but if it's a short...
I know that. I know.
It's you, yeah. So you see my unskippable videos. But there's some videos and some parts of the videos where I don't put them in because, like, if it's like a 4-minute video, I try not to make it not skippable because that's stupid. You got to sit through a 2-minute commercial for a 4-minute video. Fuck that. But
I know.
But if it's like a 2-hour out of nowhere or something, I'll put a non-skippable in there. But it also, I mean, it's too bad. Like, we try to put as much as we can in because they pay more for those. And it's so bad though anyway that it almost doesn't matter. It's almost worth it sometimes to not put ads in your video and have more people have less of an abandonment rate. That way people don't click off. It might be more lucrative to do that. And at some point pretty soon, if my Patreon got a little bit better than what it is, a little bit better, I'd remove all ads. I'd say fuck it. I will remove all ads because fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm making that on Patreon, I'll just, we're not that far, but a little bit more on Patreon, and I might do that because that'd be quality of life.
It's enough for you to get that Ferrari, Joe. That's it.
Ferrari, yeah. Oh my God, be dumb.
That F-150.
Dude, I'm fucking. I'm out of money right now. I'm fucking no Ferrari right now. I'll tell you.
I hear you.
But
I'm gonna win the lottery tomorrow anyway.
Man, that'd be crazy. Well, the way I see it, with the 3,000 active people that I have, if somebody wins the lottery, just remember Joe.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Like, it's 60 million tomorrow, and I decided let's get a group going together at work. So I got 23 people on it. It originally started with 5, and that's at $40 a piece. So we put $920 into the lottery. So if we get something, even if we get, like, one of the max millions, because there's 29 chances to win a $1 million prize, and then 60 million is the grand prize. It's the Lotto Max in Canada. So we're trying it in a group because it's been won in a group so many times out here. So we're going to give it a shot, man. It's 2.3 million each. I'm cool with that if it happens. That
would be nuts.
I'll take
dude.
that.
Oh yeah, dude.
That would be
crazy.
nuts, man. I would buy you a studio like that Mom's Basement show. I think I told you this. How cool would it be if Corrupted Podcast had one of them studios with the fucking brick wall with Corrupted Podcast lit up on the wall behind you guys, and the 3 years could like do a fucking podcast from there.
Well, it would be
that would be cool.
Well, I was talking about this on Corrupted one night. We were looking at podcasts on Patreon, and we were making fun of this guy. he's a solo guy, and he's really horrible. Like, and I don't usually say that people are terrible, but this guy is absolutely terrible. I listen to his show. It's like 5 hours, and he's like, "Hey, everybody, all right, so now we're going to go to Mark in Washington." And then, like, Mark in Washington would come on, and, dude, it was the worst. It was so slow, so monotonous. And then the guy said, "Here's Molly 7 for becoming a patron again. Thank you." And I go, "Oh my God, this guy is a patron?" I can't even believe that this guy knows what Patreon is. So I go to his patron. I go to his fucking patron page. You won't believe this. $15,000 a month.
Holy fuck.
I was like,
no fucking way.
What in the world? He had like 5,000 patrons, and he had fucking $15,000 a month that he was making. And I listened to his show, and I said, "Oh my God, that show was abysmal." Like, it was like, I'm like,
Does he have a rich mafia family that might be out supporting him? Like, what the fuck?
But that's the thing, is I could see if there was like 80 people supporting him and they were all rich, but it wasn't that. There was like thousands, and then he had $15,000 a month. And I went, my God, what in the world? So that guy gave me so much hope. I was like, you know what? Because I'm trying to like pump our videos out to appeal to the mass audience. Like, I'm trying to grab the audience that's not the wrestling audience. I'm trying to grab regular people from everywhere to come to Corrupted. I want to get those people in what we're doing, not just the wrestling community. I want to get everybody else over here because that's what it's supposed to be. And
well, yeah, see, like that Mom's Basement show, them guys weren't providing very interesting content. Honestly, man.
No.
And I'm not saying that as a mark or anything like that for you guys, but you guys actually provide shit that I can listen to at work and enjoy the hell out of it, man. It's the people with these visuals and got the money with these pro-looking studios, like even Joe Rogan, man, or any of these guys that do the podcast.
And Joe's ain't that big. And Joe's ain't that big. It's just a fucking wall with a desk, anything.
I know. And like, you got to be entertaining and have the skills. That's the most important thing. I've seen people, like, in a fucking setup where they're at their kitchen table with a fucking cheap little mic that are more entertaining than what I watch on that Mom's Basement show. Seriously, man. But they got the visuals, and they look rich, and they look like, oh, we're fucking big stars or whatever. So
well,
you
that's
got
the thing is they're not relating to people enough on that show. They're just talking about how amazing they're big celebrities. It's like, dude,
yes, man.
Great production.
But people are clinging to that shit.
But they did a great production, though, man, and I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. The Baited show is way better than that, so I don't know what. That's the thing. He thinks this is all great. But here's the thing. My thing is, if that guy has $15,000 a month, and he sounds like a corpse, and I'm like, I can't believe this guy's getting supported like this. So I'm like, because like, if that ever happened to us, if we got to the point where we were doing so well, people were supporting my show or Corrupted or whatever, the patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. It just came up below. I would take Ken and Bailey out of their jobs. They wouldn't have jobs. Yeah. They wouldn't be doing that anymore. All three of us would be doing a show every day from a fucking studio.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that funds it. That does it right there. $15,000 a month. That funds it. Leave your job.
That would be sick, man.
We got it.
How would you do a monetize this from that though? I could see like doing a podcast on it.
Well, I'm doing this anyway, and I'll let it out. And I don't want to jump the gun because I'm actually terrified. I will tell you, I am terrified. I am very worried that if we don't get the support we need. It's been a little quiet this week. Every time it gets quiet and it gets scared, I get freaked out because this is all done by donations and support. And if we have a bad week, I start getting fucking anxiety and terrified. So I'll be honest, I'm a little afraid to say it. But my idea for Monetize This is to have so much different shit going on eventually. Like, it's not just sitting here for 5-6 hours. It will be that, but then we'll have things going on. Like, we'll have beer pong. We'll have people over, like, with a party. We'll have multiple cameras going on at the party. Hey, go to camera 6, like, this guy's doing that. Now we're going to have a fucking ice luge thing. And, like, sort of like how Ice Poseidon's been doing, like, IRLs. So it's a radio show. We're sitting down doing it that way. But other things are going on around that's interesting and flashy, and it's kind of happening randomly, and we're creating more of a schedule on the show. Now we can't do that where I am right now, but if we got to that point with that kind of support, then we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do a little bit more of it anyway if we get into a house. So I'm excited for that shit because that will be fun.
So it'll be crazy, like kind of like social repose fights of Power Rangers every week, like that kind of thing.
That guy's so fucked up. Man, that's crazy. I would love to do it though. What's up? What's up, Omega in the chat? How you doing, man?
Back to the ads for a second, like with YouTubers doing that whole can't skip the ad thing. I just wanted to throw this out there. I watched one of JD's videos last week for the first time in a while, one of his reviews, because I think it was one of the nights that you didn't go live for the SmackDown review.
Right.
So I went over to JD's channel and seen what he had to say about it. And he had, and I'm not kidding, man, about 45 fucking ads in a fucking hour-and-a-half video. Like, all you saw was them yellow ticks in the fucking red bar.
How many pulled up for you, though?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I kept skipping over them, to be honest with you. They were fucking pumping through. I couldn't even fucking listen to the guy for 5 minutes without a fucking ad coming up. It was insane. It was insane. And I took ad blocker off to support some of my YouTubers that I know out there, some of the other guys, because I realized it was, over time I realized this is what's fucking giving them support. So I unblocked that whole ad blocker that I had on here. And I was like, holy fuck, man, it's people like that make me want to fucking block it again. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and
Seriously.
Nathan, thank you for subscribing to the channel, Nathan. Appreciate that, man. And I'll say it's
There's no need of 45 of them, man. Holy fuck. I know the apocalypse happened, but Jesus, man.
I think one of the reasons why, though, is because only like 10% of those will play. We
always get it done.
Oh, donation.
Really?
Hang on for a second.
Did you say the donations are light tonight? No, I'm not the Himmel God, but let's get these donations rolling, chat. I'm calling for a donation train right now, motherfuckers.
Oh, God.
The JCS Army always gets it done.
Hey, Gatekeeper Drew. Thanks, Drew, man. Drew, I love you, bro. Thank you, man. And no, I don't. Though they were light all week, and that's not me complaining. It's me saying, that's when you get scared, man. Like, what the fuck is going on? Patreon's been going up and up and up. So that's good. Patreon has been better every week. But it's a little different. But no, Drew, thank you, man. And but yeah, it's been all week. But yeah, you've been somebody who's been dropping quite a few every day. But yeah, it becomes one of those things. Like, if it's worth it to do the shows, then I do them. But I added a lot of shows because I figured, well, let's add more shows, try to get better so we can do more with everything. But if you do 2-hour shows and there's no reaction, no phone calls and no support, then why do them at that point? Because they're not going to make any ad revenue. They're not going to make any money there. I could spend that time making a patron video for the patrons, so I do that instead. But yeah, man, I appreciate that shit. That was my theory there. And Scott, it's over now, man. What's up? So,
oh shit, I'm talking the whole time.
Oh, my bad, bro. What'd you say? Say it again.
No, I'm just saying, man, like, it has something to do with the fucking us not getting notifications until an hour into your fucking show. I think that has a lot to do with it.
Well, that's
going on.
That's part of it. This week has been horrible for that. Lots of people aren't getting notified. It's like they're fucking sabotaging us left and right. Well, that's the other reason why you got to be a patron, because you'll get those alerts. You get those emails, right, Scott?
Oh, yeah, I get them all the time, yeah.
Even if you're a $1 patron, you're going to get them. Well, that's why I tell people, dude, if you really like the shows, at least be a $1 patron, because you'll at least get notified on there, because you won't get notified.
You'll get notified that you're on YouTube and everything, not just the Patreon videos. You get notified that you're on YouTube.
I'm a patron now of like 12 people. I'm only $1 or $2, but for everybody. But dude, I live on Patreon a lot now. Dude, it's so funny. I find myself going into my phone and going to the people that I support on Patreon. I go to my Patreon app, I go to my thing, and I go look to the left, and I see the big thing plus 12 telling me that there's been 12 uploads by the people I follow on Patreon. And I look and I see all the numbers, and I can go down the list of the people that I follow on Patreon, and I can see all the stuff they've uploaded, and I just click on their face, boom, and then it takes me to their Patreon page, and I can see all their videos and shit. And it's like first class YouTube is what it's like on Patreon. So I'm like, And a lot of you know what's funny though? A lot of those guys, a lot of those people, their content isn't even extra content. It's just uploads early or things like that. But on my Patreon we do about 30 hours a month extra shit. So but dude,
everybody I support on Patreon, I leave their Patreon like open on my laptop. The page is just always open right there. I just do that. I don't know why, but
I don't know, dude.
I know it keeps me updated more.
I love it so much better on there in the mobile app. I just love it. I wish YouTube could do that, but I don't
got the mobile app. I can't fit it on my phone, man. I got too much shit on my phone as it is. I find myself deleting apps every day. I don't got the storage. It's just fucked.
You can go to the desktop. You can go to the desktop on your browser.
Yeah. My phone bills, man, right now are like $400 a month with the fucking data that I buy. I swear to God. That's ridiculous. Man.
You should get off the phone tonight, actually.
I don't give a fuck, man. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, man. What the fuck is up with this Elias guy anyway? Is this guy a character, Joe? Is this guy a real fucking dude?
Elias? The wrestling guy, Elias?
No. Eli or Eli. How do you say his name, man? The guy that calls into the show all the time. The French dude.
Oh, Elias. Yeah, he's a good dude. Except for sometimes he like tweaks out and freaks out. I don't know why, but yeah.
He's always fucking attacking me, man. I don't get what his fucking issue is.
Well, it's probably because you're in Canada too, so he he wants to.
I don't know the French thing.
He wants to be the only Canadian,
Well, that's not going to happen because like fucking half your listeners are Canadian. Oh, if not more.
A lot of listeners are Canadian. It's not even close to that, but it's like 9%.
I just don't get what the fuck his deal is, man. Like he's always going on about something. I thought for sure, man, that he was a character for a while because that fucking voice of his, it sounds like it's made up, man. Like I've never heard a French accent sound.
It's Montreal, dude. It's all right. Donation. The donation time.
Haven't donated in a while.
Wow.
Resubscribe through Twitch Prime and kicking in a little extra tonight.
Oh, man.
Things will keep growing. You keep grinding and the results will follow. JCS greater than everyone. Much love, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, what's up, dude? Thank you, Knucklehead. How you been, man? We haven't talked in a while, dude. Haven't played games in a while. Haven't talked in a while. Really, thank you, man. It's good to hear from you, Brandon. Mr. Knucklehead. Thank you, Knucklehead. Yeah, man, it's a grind. It does a number on your psyche, on your mind, doing this. I will say that. A lot of people, it's easy and just do it. Like you're planning things out. I'm trying to find the window when I can do a video because I'm doing stuff at home. And then you're planning things and you're recording things and things don't render. And then you got to wait for them to render. Then you got to edit something. Then you got to do that. Yeah, and then you're wondering what the numbers are going to be, and are we going to make it, and what's going on, and why did they go down, why did this happen, someone's not happy, someone is happy, someone wants this, that, this happens, and you just, it does become a grind. I would hear YouTubers always say, it's harder than, I'm like, no, you're crazy. Oh, it just gets harder, but whatever. Nobody wants to hear this shit, though, that's why I never talk about it. But anyway, let's move on to something else, because even saying this is like irritating myself. We're about to wrap it up anyway. Get out of here. But Scott, what's on your mind besides all that shit?
Well, I mean, Elias, young Republican. I want to fucking throw down. I want to drop the glove.
You want to drop it on Elias? Which one do you hate more, Elias or fucking young Republican?
I'm starting to fucking hate Elias more, man. I don't know what the fuck this guy's deal is, man. Like you play gaming streams with this guy and all this shit, so he's real. He's legit. I don't fucking get what the fuck his deal is, man. He's calling me an attention-seeking whore because I tweet out or whatever, and I tag you guys in tweets. But if it's relevant to you or Ken or whoever, then I tag those people in it. What the fuck? I'm not an attention-craving whore. I fucking work most of my time. When I get time off, I want to come hang out with the boys. Elias, or whatever the fuck his name is, Eli, I don't give a fuck, really. He fucking is calling every show. I'm at work listening to all your shows, and it seems like he's on every fucking show almost every fucking day with his annoying fucking, I'm Elias, I don't know, I fucking suck a cock, Elias, you bitch.
Well, there's a lot of guys on a lot of shows, but, I heard Bailey was almost sucking off young Republican the other day in a thing, so You know,
Yeah, well,
the
I
guy,
don't
you
know,
swear you would have
young,
never done it with anything with him ever again, too. It was the funniest thing.
I know. Shit happens and people get over their shit, and I understand that. I wanted to like Young for a while. I wanted to like whatever the fuck it is that he's doing. I mean, I remember one time when I defended Tommy against Minnesota Vikings fan, Young made a video on his channel saying, "Oh, I love Scott McKinnon now. I won't come after Scott anymore. Much respect for picking up for Tommy," type of shit.
Well,
and a week later, without me doing anything or talking to the guy, a week later, he's going on. Heat was being brought on him on Ken's show. And he wanted to take the heat off himself, so he just brought me up, man. After saying he was going to attack me, he just brought me up to take the heat off himself.
Well, you're an easy,
you know what I mean?
You're an easy target for him. You know, he got mad at me because
for people lose. I'm a scapegoat, bro.
Well, him and also Young and everything, they got mad at me a long time ago. The original reason was because I wasn't promoting his whatever he was doing live or whatever. And here's the thing, dude. What happens is I can't help it. Like I told Young this, and I told not Elias, this other guy, and Young, and I told the guy, I said, dude, what do you want me to do? I'm trying to run my show. My whole life depends on my show. Like it's all I do, and this is all I have. You know what I mean? And I'm doing this, and if I promote Young's show that he was doing, and then I promote the other guy's show, whatever his name was, T-Bone or whatever his name was, it was a year ago, T something. I said, dude, I'm live at the same time as you. You know, I'm live at all the same times. Why would I bring you on every day and promote you and like, oh, I'll be live, but I'll just promote all your shows. You know what I mean? It's like it's there's so many people who are like, now I'm going to do something. And what am I going to do? Promote everybody? And then what happens is a few people leave and go over there. And then you start chunking away at your audience, and then I'll be live. One night I was live when I was shouting out Cassidy's show, this guy Cassidy, 2 years ago. And I was live, and, you know, nobody was really interacting. It was a quiet night. And I saw two people that used to be on my show, but they were over on his show donating. And I was like, oh, I made no money tonight, went live for an hour. And then slowly that starts to affect you. So, like, he got mad at me because I wouldn't promote his thing. I'm like, but, dude, you're at the same time as me. So you just got to understand, I can't do it. I just can't promote all these other things. It would be like if, you know, like Budweiser was like, let's promote Coors for some reason. You know, you wouldn't do that. It would be stupid. Even though I like him and I hope he does well, I might even play some clips from his show and retweet some of his things. But, you know, I couldn't go out that all out for him, and he got pissed at me, and I was like, well, but there's so many other people doing the same thing. So I'm like, dude, if I do it to you, now they're gonna be like, why don't you do mine? And then everyone's gonna get mad at me. So I just stay away from it completely. But he got mad at me, so whatever. But anyway, let's bring in Drew. Drew's on the phone too, but go ahead. Whatever, I don't know. You guys fight it out for who talks next.
I'm just gonna say real quickly. With 6 dislikes on this video, there's 75 likes and 6 dislikes, and I think about the people who sit there disliking this video. And I sit there and I often wonder what the fuck is actually going through their head when they dislike it. Like, why are you disliking this video? Like, what the fuck purpose would you have? So it's either that you got in a fight with these people, or they fucking straight up just sit there and say, I'm going to dislike this shit because he has too many likes. Like, do you ever wonder that?
You know, the algorithm likes it just as much, and the viewership goes up the same.
It doesn't.
And then I usually say,
honestly,
got 6 accounts.
It did 5 years ago. 5 years ago when I put videos up, and I would get 1 like and 7 dislikes. Yes, 5 years ago I was like, oh my god. And then about 4 years ago, I found out that the dislikes help you. So like, it doesn't make a difference either way.
You said it the other day, Joe, when you feed into it, you give it exposure, and then it starts happening. I just mentioned it, and now there's 8 dislikes.
Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't
affect the channel.
It doesn't affect me, like, and because some people just like to have fun and hit it, you know what I mean? Or they hit the. In fact, let's all hit the fucking dislike button. Now that you brought it up,
let's do it. I like to hit it.
Let's make this video. Let's do some weird shit. Let's make this video have fucking 300. 200 dislikes on this video.
Now the dislikes are going down.
No, even better. Could we make it 69 and 69? That would be hot.
That'd be cool.
Guys, can we
use
please
reverse psychology on people, man? It works.
I want 69 and 69. Can we I want these likes and dislikes to get to 69 and 69 because that'd
be all right.
That'd be hot as shit. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, it doesn't bother me. I don't really look at it. You know, if I saw like 100 dislikes and 10 likes, I'd be like, oh, maybe people didn't like that video. But yeah. Really, for the most part, it's almost no measuring stick. Drew, what's up?
Oh no! Hey, Scott's the one on long distance. He can have all the time he wants.
Well, Scott, you know what? Why don't I let you go? Because I'm going to be getting out of here anyway, and we won't kill any more of your shit. You know?
Yeah, it's all good. I'll drop. I just wanted to say real quickly. You mentioned, you're going to do a monetize this, like the way you want to structure it and everything. And you were saying like we get beer ponging going and everything again. Well, I mean, you got to include me in there, man. I'll come in and ruin every episode by baking a cake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bake another cake.
I'll ruin the beer pong every time.
No, what would be better is if you went into some religious cake store and wanted to ask for a dick-shaped cake for a gay wedding, and then videotape that. That'd be great.
Oh my God, that sounds fucking delicious.
No. All right, Scott, man, get out of here before your bill goes up. Love you, bro. I'm getting out of here anyway.
Okay.
Bye, man. Scott, reality shift. Always a menace. I'm just trying to, I don't know. What's up with you, Drew?
Actually, I just DM'd this to you, actually, but did you see the UFC fighter that shat herself in the middle of a fight?
Ugh. Wait a minute. There's a new one? Because I remember the old one that did it.
Oh, you know what? I'm a fucking idiot. I just looked at the date on this. Oh, fuck me.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude, one night on Monetize This, like, way back when, either 17 or one of those ones, you know? Yeah, we were laughing our balls off at this. We were like, it was gross, dude. It was so gross.
This fucking happens to me every time I look at Huffington Post. I think I'm coming up with some new story in June 26, 2017, but it was at the top of the fucking thing. What the fuck? Well, I thought I was coming in with something cool for you.
Is something happening to Ken's Twitter?
Not that I know of. He liked something earlier today.
That's weird. It's like it looks like either that or Coop the Comedian just fucked up his tags. Coop the Comedian was tagging us, and his was coming up blank, which is usually what happens when someone...
oh, no, I got him. He's good.
Oh, he added the wrong... He just spelled it wrong. Coop, you fuck. Oh, my God, you dildo. I got it, though, at least, Coop. You creepy fucking bastard. But, yeah, that's funny, man. Yeah, it was gross. It was, like, really, like, brownish, like light brown upper... Ugh.
Oh, yeah, no.
I think about that all the time,
like, I
man.
guess it's not...
Ugh.
Sorry.
She should have made her lick it up.
Well, I'll tell you the way they were rolling around. I watched the little video, and I'm like, oh, roll back that way, roll back that way.
Oh, my God. Dude, that's so... Like, get away from her. It was so gross, man. Well, man, thanks.
Well, sorry, I came in with old news. I thought I had something good for you.
No, it's all good. It's still gross. Now all you did was make me mad about... I can't remember what episode we talked about it on. I know it was like over a year ago, but I don't remember... It was probably it was probably the 80s, 70s or 80s of Monetize This, I want to say, because I think Bailey was on the show when it happened.
Well, then this would be a different story because this one's June 26th of last year. Are you sure it wasn't like an early corrupted?
No, it was older. It was a while ago. So maybe maybe it's another old one that I didn't know about. But there was one, I want to say, from 3 years ago that I saw. Let me look this one up. Maybe this is different.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
I mean, maybe these chicks are just shitting themselves everywhere. Who knows?
This was June 2017. Maybe it was last year. Oh, yeah, look at this. Let's see. Is this the one? Oh, my God. Yeah,
this Ken with those voices.
Yeah, this is... I don't know if this is it. It's very similar, though, if it's not it. Well, we just got to Google it. It's driving me nuts. But if it was last year, that could mean it was like episode 103 or something like that. So that's possible. Could be that.
I feel like I remember hearing you guys talk about it once.
It was brief. Like, we didn't like spend a long time on it, but we were like, did you see, real quick, and we mentioned it. And we showed the pictures of it and shit.
Didn't CM Punk have a fucking streak going down his shithole one time, too?
Yeah, I think I do remember that. Yeah, I don't remember. I think people said it might have been, but I don't know if it was ever said that it really was,
Yeah.
But that'd be funny. He pooped himself. But dude, yeah, thanks Drew for the the support and shit and the donations. And man, I'll see you tomorrow night, man. I'm gonna get out of here and I'll come on tomorrow if you can.
Yeah, for sure. And next time I'll make sure I have a current story for you.
That's all good. At least you had something. How's your head? Did JP beat you too bad with that fucking pan?
Actually, we tried it out before we did that. It actually didn't fucking hurt at all. That last when we actually did it on screen, I'm like, just whack the shit out of me when you do this thing because I'm not feeling it at all.
I got two little things to tell you about that. Way back when we used to use those cookie sheets, and the first time, so it was just like that. It was light, made a huge noise. So I was like, bash the shit out of me. It's gonna be great. So he bashed the shit out of me, but the noise, it like almost blew my eardrums up. Like I couldn't hear for like half the day. Yeah, because the smash noise, it went right into my ears. It fucking killed my ears. So it didn't hurt at all, but my ears hurt. And the second thing is, we would grab random pans out of the thing. So we just grabbed another one, Well, the next one we grabbed apparently wasn't one of those flimsy ones. It was a fucking heavy one. But it felt just like it. And so he whacked me with it, and it was like, it just it didn't really dent, and it just hurt. Like, so twice I did get hurt by cookie sheets.
Well, that was kind of the idea behind that is my brother and I, what's that?
Not didn't say anything.
Oh, my brother and I used to do that shit back when I was in high school, and you know, that was where I told him, I'm like, dude, JP, on your way here, grab a couple of those fucking cookie sheets, and we'll just bash the shit out of each other, you know. And there was one time my brother gave me a pedigree off the top of the couch. He didn't let go of my arms. I still to this day do not know how my head did not hit the fucking concrete.
Oh my god, yeah, because
living room floor.
If you don't let go of the arms, and you have to make sure the head's tucked way up under your like knees hold your head together. But that's dangerous too. But Jesus, that's fucking crazy. Well, and you know, back then, you know why? Probably because back then Hunter really did that. He like kept the guy's head up there, and he dropped it like while holding him with his legs almost. So it was, you know, it wasn't for a little while until he changed it to letting them go halfway through. So I don't know.
Right.
Maybe he was thinking,
we weren't.
He was like, I'm doing the move right. I'm doing it the right way.
Well, so that Marty Gardner dude thought it was a fucking butterfly suplex and damn near killed himself.
Oh, we'll get out of here. All right, Drew, man. I'm going to get out.
All right.
Good shit, man.
All right. Thanks, Joe. See you later.
All right. Love you, man. Drew.
Bye.
Mr. Derailed from the Derailed crew. Thank you, Drew. Gatekeeper Drew. And thank you guys. I'm sorry to some people didn't get notified about the show. That's what happens on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to all my channels, Joe Cronin Show here on Corrupted, and make sure you become a patron. Go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show and become a patron. Cancel anytime. $1 a month, $2 a month, $5 a month. If you do $5, you get a bonus 30 hours a month of content. Plus, you get notified. So, become a patron. That's the only way to get it done, unfortunately. YouTube is not only not sending my videos out and alerting you guys, they're also not paying us shit. So, make sure you follow me on all my social media accounts. Instagram, Twitter, @RealCronin on Twitter, @RealCronin on Twitter. Patreon. Plus, today I uploaded an episode of Hate Man. So, Hate Man is up there for the $5 patrons. Otherwise, at least you get Corrupted for $1 every week. That's fucking badass. And, yeah, we'll shout out the people that sign up tonight, tomorrow, and monetize this live tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. We'll be live tomorrow night, as always, for Monetize This on Friday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Maybe a few minutes after 11. So regardless of what YouTube says, we should be here. Unless something bad happened to me for some reason. But we've only missed 5 Monetize This episodes in the last 2 years. So it's not, we should be live. So YouTube is just stupid. And that's the world, man. That's the fucking world. Thank you guys. Thanks to everybody who dropped a couple donations tonight. I appreciate that shit. And maybe we'll bring back the PUBG streams next week. Maybe I'll stream later on Twitch. I don't know, but in a slump right now. Maybe next week we'll bring back PUBG. I love doing it. I miss it. This was Thursday Night Throwdown, episode 7. See you tomorrow night for Monetize This. Who wants to hear the new $33 donation? Who wants to debut the $33 donation? I'm going to play it for you for free because it's fun. And I want to show off the party from Monetize This tomorrow night. Come on, I got a boner tomorrow night. Let's go, motherfucker.
This is a test donation for $1.